Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm back with another exciting mock. With me, I have Mr. Abdullah, who is a good reference of one of my old students. And let's see how he performs his mock. How are you, Abdullah?
I'm good, thank you.
All right, Abdullah, let's start it formally. My examiner number is 74741, and I can see your candidate number is 34343. Before I start, I would like to see some ID proof if you have.
Yeah, here you go.
All right. Abdullah, do you have any nickname through which I call you, or you want me to call you Abdullah throughout the
I
test?
want you to call me Abdullah.
All right. So, Abdullah, I would like to know about you. I would like to know about your educational background and your future plans, and especially why are you taking IELTS?
Okay, so I'm from originally from Kashmir, but I currently live in Islamabad, Pakistan, and I have recently done my HSSC from Punjab group of colleges, and I want to be a businessman in the future like my father, and I'm taking IELTS for pursuing my further higher studies.
All right. Okay,
Yeah.
great. So, Abdullah, it's going to be for next 11 to 14 minutes. You're going to encompass three different parts in that. In part one, I would like to have 3 to 4 phrase answers. Part two is the monologue, in which I'll give you a minute to think and you'll speak on that for 2 minutes. Okay. And
Okay.
part three is going to be discussion based answer based upon part two.
Okay.
Okay. The shortlisted topic for you is people and relationships. Okay. Can I
Yeah.
start?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. So, how well do you know the people who live next door to you?
Um, as we live in Islamabad, everyone has their own life and minds their own business. So we don't have much of a connection with our neighbors. So I don't really know them that well. Yeah,
Okay. So, how often do you see each other?
we often see each other like almost daily. We our timings are same for work. I used to go to school and they used to go to the work at the same time. So we see each other almost every day. We only greet each other. Bus. Oh yeah, that's.
Okay. So, what kind of relationship do you have with your neighbors?
I think I have a relationship of a stranger
Okay.
that only greets or like knows you, no, don't know you that very well. Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever had a problem with a neighbor? If you could highlight one of those.
Yes, I have had a problem with one of my neighbor that is an old woman. Whenever we used to play cricket and our ball and we hit sixers and our ball went into their house, they didn't give return us our balls.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, what exactly happened once she did not give the ball back?
we just uh, we just calmed ourselves and just waited. Yeah.
Okay, this is the end of part one. Moving on towards part two now. In front of you, you have a pen and a page. If you want to make your notes, you
Yeah.
are most welcome to write anything. It's part two. It says describe a person you know who is kind. Okay,
Okay.
this is the topic, and you can make your notes. I'm starting my timer with you, and it's going to be for next 1 minute. And the timer has just been started. All right.
Yeah.
Right. So you got 2 minutes. Please start speaking.
Okay. The person that I know personally, in my opinion, that is kind is my father. I have a huge bonding with him since my childhood. And I think he's kind because he donates a lot when and he does charity time to time, and and he helps a person in need. He helps our relatives, every person that he knows. He helps them, and he has also given many jobs to people who are in need of jobs. And yeah, I think he's the kindest person I know in my life. And yeah, I want to be like him one day. I admire him for his kindness, for his achievements and everything. He's a role model for me, and I want to be like him for my life.
You still have time. I would like you to speak more.
Okay. I think we all should be kind,
Mhm.
and I think we all should be like him or learn from his experiences.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think this this is an example for us, and we should all be like him. And as our Islam, our religion teaches us to be kind, I think he's a good example for that.
All right, great, Abdullah. Thank you very much. Moving on towards part three now. So, what types of relationships other than friends or family are important in people's lives?
Um, Other than friends and family,
Yeah.
uh, having a good relationship with your colleagues or your students,
Hmm.
or your classmates, sorry,
Hmm.
uh, is very important, as they can help you a lot in work or in study. Uh, yeah.
Okay. Do you think it is important for people to spend time alone?
Yes, it is very important to spend time alone as you grow, and it is a me time is very important for everyone, and we should all have alone
Okay. So,
time.
what is the attitude towards marriage in your country?
Attitude to marriage is a very big thing and a very big concern for everyone, and as in our religion and our in our culture, it is sunnah to get married early. Yeah.
Okay. So, how have attitudes towards marriage changed in the past 50 years?
I think people in our country used to avoid love marriages and all, and we all, at all times, only arranged marriages happened. And when, as we grew older and the time passed by, love marriages are now a trend and are really popular now.
Okay, my last question from you. In your opinion, should couples be allowed to get divorced?
I think it is their right to get divorced,
Yeah.
and but it is not forbidden to get divorced, but of the societal pressure and all, people don't get divorced and live their lives unhappily. And I think they should get divorced if they think so. That is the right thing for them.
All right. Thank you very much, Abdullah. This is the end of your spoken test.
Thank you.
Pause it. इसको pause करो. All right, Abdullah, I would like to give my feedback to you now. Before I start, may I know how did you feel during this interview?
I was nervous the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's my first time.
I
That's why.
could judge that with the movement of your legs,
Yeah,
perhaps. Okay, it
yeah.
was all like a tailor on a sewing machine, pushing them and then even sewing it. Perhaps you were just, trembling as well as you were speaking. So that was one thing. Other than that, do you think you want to say something else about how did you experience?
Yeah, I think I did not quite well, but I did okay for, like,
Okay.
yeah.
When I say okay, that is my lowest. Okay.
Okay.
First is okay, then it is fine, then it's good, then better, then excellent, then perfect. So
Okay.
it was okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So Abdullah, starting from the introduction, basically, it was about you, and you could have been, or you should have been, well rehearsed with that, well equipped about knowing about yourself. I found you lagging from there, where you started missing the words, where you didn't actually know what to say. couldn't plan it basically. Perhaps you were not expecting it in this manner the way we did today.
Yeah.
Question number one, and then most of the questions. I found 1, 2, 3 dots, then I found the communication. Initial hesitation was there mostly. First, you were taking your time to comprehend the question, and then you were moving on towards giving your answer, which is not a good part. For removing this thing, we have different connectors in the beginning. Okay. For example, my question: How often do you see each other? As far as I am concerned, I rarely see my neighbors because I am not a person who meets and greets people. Besides, there are no more people who are of my age. They have gone abroad, etc., etc. There are some grannies which I don't want to meet to. So that could have been a good start as well as a good go on that. And then whenever it is part one of IELTS, do not start saying no in the beginning because rest of the questions are going to be connected with the first one. Once you say no, you are intentionally or intentionally have to negate the other questions too. So you bound yourself with that. So it is always good to, it is international English language test, not lie testing system. So if it is a kind of lie, it's okay because you're there primarily for the language assessment, not lie assessment. So it's okay to speak lies as many as you can. It's okay, right? In part two, I found a good complete Urdu word. Once you were done with that, you said bus.
Yeah.
Okay. And I heard that, and I guess the camera has heard that too. And it went to the third question: What kind of relationship do you have with your neighbors? You started becoming a stranger. Then in the beginning, I found you becoming familiar with them. Then you ended with becoming the stranger again. So it was not a good plan too. I found a structure from you. It says one of my neighbor. Okay. Whenever we're using one of expression, we always take a plural noun after that. One of my neighbors. He's one of my friends. He is one of my brothers. If it is the case, so we go like that. Part one done. Part two, I found you preparing some notes, but you couldn't speak more than 52 seconds, which was a kind of a good problem I could see. 52 seconds, and that's it. So I was promoting you to speak more. Then you went to your lessons. We should do that. Islam says that. Prophet teaches that. And you left the target around over there. It was not a good thing, too. And your questioning were ending at yeah. You were speaking, and then you say yeah, and then you were nodding your head. It means that's all from my side. It was not a good landing. It was not a good conclusion of the answers which you were supposed to give. Fine. When I say describe, it says describe a person you know who is kind. You don't describe your dad. You just talk about him. Description could have been, I'm going to talk about a person who is 5 feet 10 inch high, who got a kind of whatsoever complexion your dad has. He has mustache or not, that is the thing as well. He's a little bald, or maybe he has long hair, etc., etc. He used to wear tie, and he looks so smart throughout, or howsoever your dad looks. It could have been description. तो आप जो 52 seconds के लिए बोले, उसकी जगह पर आपने description अगर दी होती, तो it could have been more extended than this.
Yeah.
So there's a thing where we play more. And in part three, it was all kind of disturbed mostly because I wanted to get your idea or your opinion, where you were giving me a regular conversation or regular thought or a raw thought. It was supposed to be so materialistic and so ideally connected together so that I could see the ideology behind Mr. Abdullah, that how he thinks about it. Okay. I could not find it. I found it quite shabby throughout. Thank you very much for being on the hot seat today. I'm very sorry to roast you. It was the first day, but that's part of my job. Once you'll be leaving us, inshallah, after preparation or something, we will be recording our session again, and then we will see how far have you gone with us, inshallah. All right, Abdullah?
Okay.
Pleasure meeting. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. And if you are preparing for IELTS, we are here in IELTS Makkah, Islamabad. Thank you very much for patient hearing. Bye bye.